The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The first wave of free agency for the Jets is in the books. What do these moves mean for Aaron Glenn's future going forward? We'll talk with Joe Caporoso from Badlands about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show live on a Saturday, and it starts right now.
Wish it could have been a Jet, Fernando.
Let's see what happens.
What's your message to the Jet fans in New York?
Jets, Jets.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome in. Click the thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. As always, we are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. A lot to get into. I want to remind people right off the top end of this stream, we raffle away our 4 weekly prizes. So this is your last chance to enter by gifting a membership or sending in a $10 super chat that qualifies. Signed Namath helmet, signed Klecko helmet, signed Garrett helmet, and a signed Kevin Mawai jersey will all be raffled away at the end of the stream. With that, we say hello to a good friend of the show. Got a chance to have this guy on live from our Super Bowl set at Radio Row. And I also hung out with this guy at a FanDuel party watching Green Day and the Counting Crows. It's the founder of Badlands, Joe Caporoso, joins us now. Joe, last time I saw you, we were several drinks in watching a sick concert, I might add, in San Fran. How you been, my man?
I'm doing well. It was a very fun few days around the Super Bowl. Good for us Jet fans to be able to be out and about a little bit around San Francisco while we wait for the year. At some point down the road, we are there for our own team. But
yes,
it's been a busy week. So good to talk to you.
Yeah, it certainly has, man. And it's interesting because I remember you made this point, and it really stuck with me that, hey, once they start making some moves and they start adding to the team, everyone will just naturally feel, even if it's a little bit better, everyone will just feel better about the state of affairs. And I think you're onto something, because I don't think Jet fans are now predicting playoffs universally or thinking that this team is going to be awesome this year, but there definitely has been some renewed optimism based on some of the moves the Jets have made. Would you agree with that?
I think so, right? I think they've raised the floor of the team substantially. We were watching a lot of borderline practice squad guys, a lot of guys who just bluntly shouldn't be starters for most of last season, especially the final 5 games. So to now have adults like Minka Fitzpatrick, Demario Davis, Joseph Asai, like just guys who are like good NFL starters, and in some cases very good NFL starters, round out that defense, which has been radically reshaped, right? They've added like 8 new starters, or at least like meaningful contributors. And to have a quarterback who, you say what you will about Geno Smith's history, in 2022 and 2024, he threw for more yards in a season than any Jets quarterback ever, including Joe Namath. Like, he can throw the football around still. He's not perfect. He's flawed. He was in a bad situation last year. It will be meaningfully better than what we were watching for most of last year, which was Justin Fields throwing for like 76 yards a game, and Brady Cook, God bless him, doing whatever he was doing. I don't think he's going to be starting any other games in the NFL. So there's a floor that didn't exist previously, and now let's see what the NFL draft brings.
Of all the moves they've made, do you have one that is your personal favorite?
There's 2 that stick out to me. I like how they didn't let it drag with the issue at guard. They just went and got a starter in Dylan Parham, who's fine and better than John Simpson was last year. And it took away some of the full panic, like, oh my God, we have to get a starting guard night 1 in the NFL draft or we're screwed. I'm glad that didn't linger, and they did it like right away once AVT left. I think I know people are worried about the age, but Demario Davis, even just being here for a year, doing some of what CJ Mosley was doing before he left, and being an adult in the middle of that defense that needed toughness, intensity, just like discipline and organization in a really bad way, I think is going to make a really big difference. And he can still play, like, right? Like, he's still a good starter, like not a great starter. He has his limitations. He is 37, but he can play, man. And this team just needed toughness. They're so soft on defense, and a defense that has Demario Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick, they're not going to be soft, and they're not going to be out of position, and they're going to tackle. And that is just a big step forward from watching Womack, Jasier Taylor, and Quincy Williams just whiffing tackles all over the field.
Your thoughts on what, the defensive expectations now are? Like, did they go from the worst in the league to a league average unit now? Obviously, Glenn, for his job, he needs this defense to be way better. So if the offense is not fixed, he could say, well, what were our options at quarterback? At least we fixed the defense. Give us a chance to get our guy now. Your thoughts on like the expectation level for this defense?
So I think they need to go from like 32 to 14 or 15. You have to remember they're going to draft Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles or David Bailey at 2. They'll probably draft another defensive player in the top 44. You have 2 new safeties. You have 2 new defensive tackles. You have 2 new edge rushers. You have a new starting linebacker. Will McDonald should be better with some of the other guys playing around him now. And yes, Glenn's calling this defense. So at a minimum, they need to be like middle of the pack, league average, which is a very big step forward over what they were previously. And then the question, of course, is, as it always is with the Jets, like, what can they do on offense? Could they not be the worst offense in the NFL? Can Geno be the 19th best quarterback in the NFL, which would be a radical improvement over what we saw last year? Defensively, it's very hard to see this unit not being at least like pretty good. Like, they just have too many guys who have played too much and have experience with what Glenn's going to want to do on defense. And they, again, have the luxury where they're going to be able to add someone who should be a big difference maker at number 2. And that pick is highly, highly, highly likely to be a defensive player.
Do you have a preference on the defensive player they added to?
I mean, look, there's not, of the 3, and I think it's a 3-person conversation with Reese, Styles, and Bailey, there's not one of the 3 that I'm standing on the table for because I think they're so much better of a slam dunk than the other 3. I think Reese is the prohibitive favorite. I think he should be the expectation on who the pick is going to be. And you're putting your faith in Carl Dunbar and Aaron Glenn to figure out how and where they move him around up front. And whether it's him or Styles or even Bailey, having some veterans around now, like Demario Davis, also makes me feel better. I think it will probably be Reese. And if I had to, again, who I want, I would still narrowly go Reese because I just think he can do so much. I think he is a better pure linebacker than he is getting credit for, with the upside of potentially being able to be a very disruptive pass rusher. I like Connor's, Brian Burns, Bailey comp, and I think there's something there to that. I get some of the concerns I've also seen being passed around about his bend and his change of direction. I still think he's going to be a double-digit sack guy pretty soon in the NFL, and there's nothing wrong with that. And with Styles, I think he's just a great plug-and-play inside linebacker day 1. The question is, do you want to take that position at number 2?
If they were to take Styles, are you on board with it?
Look, I think there is a world that guy is the next like Fred Warner. So like, it's hard for me to be like mad about it because him and Demario Davis would be an excellent linebacker duo right away. I get the pushback that it's an inside linebacker and like he's immediately going to become like one of the highest, if not the highest paid inside linebacker in the NFL.
He has to be one of the best players in the league at his position within a year if you're taking him second overall.
And look, he may be good enough to do that. Like that's the only reason I wouldn't be crashing out over it. Like he might be that good where we're like, all right, this guy is going to be our inside linebacker the next 12 years. And he's going to be an all pro every year. Like he's going to be like that type of guy. Like he is good enough to do that. So I can't crash out over it, especially because Reese and Bailey aren't these like absolute slam dunks. It's a tricky year to be picking 2. It's why the Jets aren't going to be able to trade out of the second pick unless something really weird happens. It doesn't mean these 3 guys aren't good and they're not going to make an impact right away. It's just uncommon from other seasons where you would never be even having a conversation about taking an inside linebacker or 2.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We're talking with our guy, Joe Caporoso, founder of Badlands. Him and Connor Rogers do a great job. Will Parkinson's part of that network. PK, Meigs, all the guys, Dan, they do an awesome job talking about our favorite team, the New York Jets. For those here for Asmaniac Madness, we have that coming up. Today it's Adam is Too Cool against Jetaholic in the 5 versus 12 battle. So voting for that will open up in just a little bit. So, Joe, Aaron Glenn, he wins 3 games in his first year. 10 of 21 assistants, including both coordinators, are being replaced. A historic level of turnover for a coach who survived his first season. On FanDuel, the Jets win total right now, after all these moves so far, is sitting at 5.5, with the under 5.5 being the favorite at minus 125. Your thoughts on this number? 1, is this fair? And 2, if the Jets win 6 games, what happens to the head coach, Aaron Glenn?
5.5 is fair for right now. I bet you that moves to 6.5 after the draft and after a couple other things happen, but it's fair. They were 3-14 and they're not going to get the benefit of the doubt, nor should they. I think if Glenn wins 5 or less games, he won't be back. 6 or 7 is where you start having a conversation. I think if he's over 7, he's definitely back. So the sweet spot is kind of like 6 or 7. And what is the context of the 6 or 7 wins? Did they finish the season strong? Are they competitive every single week? Did they win a couple division games? Is the defense like excellent, not just like middle of the pack? I would lean towards, if you told me they're going 6-11, he's not back. So I think 7 is kind of closer to the breaking point of where he probably stays, unless it's a very weak 7-10 where they're like, they're like 3-3 end, and the wins at the end of the season are all sort of like garbage wins against backups, and it's like whatever. So I think the number's fair right now. I think people want to see what they do at receiver. I think people want to see what they do in the NFL draft. Those are sort of the bigger outstanding questions. Like, you have a feel roughly for what the defense is going to be now once they plop in whoever they take it to. We don't fully have a feel yet for who's starting opposite Garrett Wilson, who's the backup quarterback to Geno Smith. If that doesn't work out, is Brees going to get a new contract? If he doesn't, is he going to hold out? And who is the other running back? Are they going to count on Braylon Allen? Are they going to get somebody else? So there's still more questions to answer on offense.
Well, the big thing is, too, it's how they get the wins, right? The Gase started 1-7 in 2019, but then they went 6-2 down the stretch. He finished 7-9. That team was lucky to be 7-9. They beat a lot of backup quarterbacks, bad teams. Like, how they get to the total amount of wins, that matters too. Like, I don't know if Aaron Glenn survives if they start 1-7 after they were 0-7 a year ago. So the biggest thing they need, and Glenn needs to keep his job, he needs to be 3-3 through the first 6, 4-4 through 8. They got to be competitive early. And if the wheels fall off, if Geno's not any good by the end of the year, all right, fine. But for all the faults of Saleh, he was 6-3 in his second year, 7-4 in his second year. They were 4-3 without Aaron Rodgers in 2023, and then it fell apart. Can Glenn even be fake good for a couple of weeks to start the year?
Yeah, it's a good shout, right? They can't, like you said, be 0-5 again or like 1-8 and the season's over before Halloween. They have to have a pulse early in the season, and they have to have a win or a moment where you're like, wow, okay, like this is not last year's team. And it can't be sort of the fool's gold of week 1 that we got last year, where we all kind of felt good with how they played week 1, and then they fell off a cliff after that. So I think I very much expect, knowing how the NFL works, that the Jets will be in Tennessee week 1. I would be willing to bet the Jets are playing at Tennessee week 1. They'll probably have a home divisional game in week 2. So we know those are going to be the first 2. Not no, but I think that's going to be the case. And yeah, in those first 8, can you be 4-4? Can you even be 3-5 where you're like hanging around like that? That's going to be critical for Glenn.
I mean, they started 3-2 in the suck for Sam year too, with Josh McCown at quarterback. Yeah. Can Geno be McCown? And ironically, can Geno Smith be Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015? That's what we're all asking for.
Can he be Vinny Testaverde in 1998?
Right.
No, I mean, look, statistically, like, no, bullshit aside, like, there's a very real world that Geno Smith can, if he starts 17 games, he'll throw for 4,000 yards and break the Jets single season passing record and maybe threaten Fitzpatrick's touchdown record. It's just this, that's the quarterback he's been statistically the last like 4 years. Like, he throws for a lot of yards. He throws for a lot of touchdowns. He turns the football over too much and takes too many sacks. I don't certainly think he's going to get to the Vinny 98 level. Can he have a Fitzpatrick season if they get right at receiver? Like, sure. The Jets are starting Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas Jr., A.D. Mitchell, and they make another meaningful addition in the draft. They have Mason Taylor. They have Brees. And they protect Geno, which you feel okay about the offensive line right now. there's certainly a world Geno could throw for 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and the Jets go like 7-10 or 8-9 for better or worse, depending on how you feel about things. That's not out of the realm of possibility because that's who Geno was in 2022, 2023, 2024, and even last year in a horrific situation. I think he had like 19 touchdowns and 17 interceptions, a ton of turnovers, but didn't play the whole season and was on a team that was even worse than the Jets last year, especially on the offensive line and especially even from a coaching standpoint. So, could I see him with Membu and Olu and Tippmann blocking for him, throwing a Garrett Wilson every week? Yeah, I think Geno could be can he be 85% of what he was at his best in that 3-year stretch in Seattle where they won 10 games twice? If he's that's the best Jets quarterback season we've seen probably since Fitzpatrick.
You mentioned receiver. I mean, are you buying the Brian Thomas Jr. rumors? Is there another veteran receiver that you think they could either sign or make a trade for? Because I agree. I think Geno, if protected and assuming he just hasn't lost it turning 36 this upcoming year, he is competent, and I think he's a substantial upgrade over what we just watched this past year for sure. What can they do, though, to get another receiver? Because as much as I like A.D. Mitchell, he's a friend of the show, and I think the Jets are higher on him than many realize. They need another receiver in that room, and it can't just be necessarily, hey, let's just rely on a rookie and we're all set.
Yeah, I would, if I were them, I would continue dialogue with the Jaguars. I think if you can get BTJ at a reasonable price where I would even consider 44. I think you could probably get him less for that. I mean, this is a guy who is like a borderline all-pro player as a rookie. And I know things went south in Jacksonville and they figured it out with Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington and Travis Hunter's coming back. Or I know, well, he's done his position shit, but still, it just hasn't worked with the new coaching staff. So, I mean, that's a guy, he could come in next to Garrett Wilson and A.D. Mitchell, and you're immediately like, wow, we have a legitimate 11 personnel, 3-wide look. If you're not going to be able to get him or the Jaguars are going to keep him, can you add some depth right now? Jawan Jennings, Darnell Mooney, somebody else who's out there, Hollywood Brown, a veteran who has like played and caught some passes and could like start if they need to. And then you have to seriously address it in the NFL draft as well. They're still potentially very likely to take a receiver at 16. If it's not at 16, are you looking at an Omar Cooper type at 33? You don't want to count too much on a round 2 receiver, but they need to add 2 receivers to the room, right? Because it's Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell, and then Isaiah Williams, who I like, but he's a returner. Arian Smith, can't count on him for anything. They need to add a veteran and add a rookie to really round out this room, and they should continue to work the phones with Jacksonville. They were close on getting Brian Thomas Jr. last year from everything we've heard. See if you could finish the deal. Give it a shot over the next 2 years. And are we ever going to get Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker back to a T? No. But if you want to talk about 2 guys who have a chance to do for Geno what those guys did for Fitzpatrick, that's a pretty good starting spot.
What's Stephen Hill and Santonio Holmes up to?
God, man. I was explaining to my kid who Geno Smith was. He wanted to know who the Jets' new quarterback was. So I was showing him highlights of Jets Bucks and Jets Falcons in 2013, which were 2 nice early season wins for Geno when he was a rookie. And the fact that was 13 years ago.
It's crazy.
Is insane, right? So I was like, Jesus Christ, I was 25 when this happened. Also, Nick Folk made the game-winning kick in both those games and is still around. It was our kicker last year. Carl Dunbar is on the sideline. He's back as the coach. DeMario's like bouncing around in these games. He was drafted in 2012, and he's back. And you just look at the receivers and the tight ends. Like, they won that game against Atlanta with Geno throwing to Jeff Cumberland, Kellen Winslow Jr., and Jeremy Curley. Like, Holmes was hurt a lot of that year. He wasn't really a big factor in what they were doing. It was just like such a blast from the past. And the fact that this is now the quarterback again is a little bit of like breaking my brain.
It really is crazy. And you're right. Holmes, he tore his ACL and was done for most of that year. You know what I remember too? Like the fact that, they were able to go 8-8 in Geno's rookie year. It then obviously blew up the following year, and then Geno never got the starting job back because of the IK incident in training camp in 2015. That team was 8-8, and to this day, I still think that's the most impressive Rex Ryan coaching job in all 6 of his seasons as the Jet head coach. That team stunk.
It was a very surprisingly punchy team. It was a weird year where they went 5-5. They alternated wins and losses basically every single week, the first 10 weeks of the year, and they beat the Patriots at home. They beat a good Saints team at home. They had some wins where you're like, wow. And then the bottom fell out a little bit. I think they played Sims for a few weeks, and then Geno came back and they finished the year pretty strong. But I agree. That's sort of one of those weird seasons where the DVOA would say the Jets were like a 4-12 team, but they went 8-8. And you always wonder the following year, they were 1-0. They're in Green Bay. They're up 21-0. And they blow that game. They have the Sheldon Richardson thing with the timeout with Jeremy Curley. And the season just got away from them then. And Geno closed that season with the perfect passer rating game. And that the rest is kind of history. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, from speaking as a fan, there is something there where you're like, yeah, I could see it if everything breaks right, where Geno could be like better than people expect. And of course, if like the Vikings had signed Geno, everyone would be like, wow, it's a really smart, buying out a distressed asset. And like, he could have something there because everyone loved Geno a year ago when the Raiders got him. I get why everyone's down on him now after what happened. And as for doing what we do, like, again, it's interesting to just have these guys back and Geno and Demario Davis. And like, I don't know. The Jets always give us something to talk about. It's never a quiet, normal offseason.
No. And I'll say this. I like what they have done to this point. The one criticism I have, why mess with Nick Folk and kicker? Like, why not find a way to make that work? We've seen so many Jet seasons go up in flames over bad kicking decisions. This guy was great last year. Pony up the extra money and keep Nick Folk a Jet. That's my one criticism of the moves.
Yeah, I'd say you can't count on Cade York, right? Like, he just hasn't been that guy. Like, you could counter argument and be like, Chris Banjo's the best special teams, one of the best special teams scored in the league. He'll figure it out. They figured out kicker in the summer last year. It was going to be Mevis, and then they just get Folk late, but it's still an area of concern. Like, you can't assume Cade York is going to be your kicker. I don't know they have a decent amount of day 3 capital. Are they going to draft a kicker? Are you going to rely on a rookie kicker? Probably not. That's an open question they need to solve. As his receiver, has his some like further depth in other spots. Like, they could use another guy in the tight end room. They could use another guy in the running back room. They could probably stand for another linebacker. So still work to be done, right? I mean, it will be kind of quiet the next few weeks before the NFL draft, but there's still decisions they have to make to round out this roster.
Joe Caporoso is my guest. If you guys have a question for Joe, make sure you write it in. Voting for Asmaniac Madness is coming up. And end of the show today, for those tuning in, we're going to give you a chance to win a signed Kevin Mawai jersey, signed Garrett Wilson helmet, signed Joe Klecko helmet, and a signed Joe Namath helmet. Gift memberships to enter. Adam is too cool, who is up in Asmaniac Madness today, is the first to enter the raffle at the end of the show. Hit it, Adam.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
He is in for 5. Derek, the Jet fan, in for 1. Derek, thank you very much. Marvelous.
Soundboard. It's an incredible soundboard. We got it.
You've seen nothing yet. Hit the Ty Simpson.
Jets, Jets.
And that's where I wanted to go next. So thank you, Marvelous, for setting me up. I was saving some of my best draft and QB questions for last year, Joe. So Ty Simpson's on the board at 16. Are the Jets drafting him?
I'll say no as of today. And I think our guy Mark made a good point on this, where
the pride of Syosset, Long Island, Mark Schwartz, I might add.
Absolutely. We always like keeping it to Long Island where we can. Like, if you draft Ty Simpson, is he going to play enough where you're going to know whether you need to draft a quarterback or not in 2027? Like, I'm assuming Geno's going to be the starter. You don't want Simpson starting day 1. Seems to be the general scouting report on him. So, like, are we going to do the Geno starts the first 10 games, Simpson starts the last 7, and he's like bad in 3 and okay in 4, and then we're stuck in like, is he the guy? Are we using a first-round quarterback 2 years in a row? I'm not saying I dislike Ty, and I'm not saying I couldn't get into like a conversation about it. My dream scenario kind of remains like, you use 2 somewhere, you use 16 somewhere, and then you like hop up from 33 to 29 and grab Simpson there without giving up too much. But you're still kind of in the same spot where, like, are you going to learn enough about him before you draft a quarterback in 2027, which, for everything we discuss, I think is a very safe assumption that the Jets are going to draft a quarterback in 2027. And it doesn't have to just involve their pick, because I really think there's a world the Colts are pretty bad next year. And that could be a top 10 pick. And then you have multiple assets you can move around that are, in the top half of the draft.
And what people don't seem to understand, they don't just need the number 1 pick to get their quarterback in 2027. How often is the first guy picked, even the best quarterback in their class. A lot of times it's not the case. For every Joe Burrow and now Trevor Lawrence, who, by the way, took till he had his third coach to finally click and become the generational player we were told he was going to be. Like, it doesn't always work out that way. And the Jets are armed with all these resources. Maybe they don't even have to move up if one of these picks aligns with them getting the third quarterback off the board. But it's like, okay, how do we know that the third quarterback off the board a year from now is not Drake May, who was the third quarterback off the board in his draft class? So I think people are so concerned about being so bad to get the number one pick for, let's just say it's Arch Manning. You don't necessarily need to be the worst team in the NFL to find your quarterback in the draft a year from now.
I agree. I mean, especially next year. And I know it's always next year's class is the best class. And that happened a little bit this year. There's highly likely, I would say, to be, I don't know, at least 4 to 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round next year. It should be a very good class unless something really surprising happens. And the Jets, next year's draft class overall is supposed to be excellent. And the Jets are positioned very, very well, to Darren Muji's credit. They have 3 first-rounders with picks from other teams who are not slam dunk playoff teams. Again, I think the Colts could be a 6-11 team next year. The Cowboys, are they guaranteed to make the playoffs? I don't think so. And even if something goes horribly wrong in Green Bay, like, the Jets get the higher of those 2 picks, and they still have their second-round pick. So they're going to be able to make another wave of very serious roster improvements next year.
Well, the thing is, too, there's multiple chances for them to get that top pick. You brought up the Colts. Obviously, the Jets can be bad. And since Muji was smart enough to get the better of the first between Dallas and Green Bay, God forbid Dak Prescott suffers a serious injury or Jordan Love suffers a serious injury. The reason why the Jets have Garrett Wilson right now is because Russell Wilson got hurt. So, ironically, Geno Smith had to play a lot that year, and the Jets ended up getting a top 10 pick in the Jamal Adams deal, and that's how they got Garrett in the first place. That could happen a year from now. We don't know.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of hate watching for Jet fans next year. It's a lot of rooting against the Colts, the Cowboys, the Packers, rooting against Dante Moore, which is funny or not funny, how serious you want to take it. I guess that's normal for Jet fans, right? Beyond, we can't always be rooting for our team to have competitive football. So we got to watch some of these other things. So it'll be a fascinating thing to see where these picks land in a class that even beyond the quarterback should be loaded.
Well, you brought up Muji, and I had Rich Cimini on, and he echoed this, and everything I've heard about Muji is that internally and just how he's viewed around the league, he's not viewed as like some sidekick. I think he's done a really good job to this point distinguishing himself in his role. Is there that scenario that you could see, Joe, where Muji's here a year from now, but the Jets don't win enough games, Glenn doesn't show enough improvement, where Glenn's not and Muji's picking the next coach? I
never say never. It's unlikely, but not impossible, depending how the year plays out. Usually you want the guys to sink or swim together. Usually you don't want to do half measures. The whole Jets playoff drought started because they didn't just bite the bullet and fire Rex Ryan and Mike Tannenbaum together, which forced them to settle for a weak GM to pair with Rex, who was Idzik, and the rest is history, right? Here we are 15 years later. That being said, you don't want to be stubborn. And if the Jets really throughout the year are like, you know what, this roster like has talent, and they're just playing below the talent, and they're really poorly coached, and the Jets feel like they have a beat on a Davis Webb or a Kevin O'Connell if things go south, or somebody else who's going to rise to the top, it's not a 0% chance, right? I don't think it's likely, but it's too early to say it's totally impossible. The Jets, they do surprising things. They had Mike McCagnon lead a head coach search and then fired him after the draft. Like, nothing will surprise me anymore in terms of timing or when they fire people or don't fire people.
I'm with you. And also, like, to me, if Muji is deserving of another year, we'll kind of know, because he's going to have a chance to infuse the roster with 4 picks in the top 44 coming up here.
Absolutely. So this draft is key for him, not just day 1 and day 2, but day 3, right? You can't be doing the Kiko, Tyler Barron stuff on day 3. You got to find guys who can help, not every player, but some guys who could contribute. There's still work to do on the roster to really make it more competitive. There's a reason that the Jets are still a 5.5 on most sports books, and they got work to do still.
Couple super chats before we wrap here. And we got to talk about this Badlands event, because I have some unique footage that I have to show my audience of Joe Caporoso and myself ripping shots at the last Badlands event. Rick checks in. This is our guy, Amsterdam Jet fan. He says, hey, guys, best of the content creators together. Love it. What's up with BTJ? Why would he even be available? What are we missing that the Jags don't like? That's my only concern with the Jets landing him. Why is a guy who had 1,300 yards as a rookie suddenly available on a rookie contract?
I'm pretty sure Rick and I got to hang out in London before the Jets Broncos game. So shout out, Rick. Good to talk again. It's a fair question. I think Liam Cohn has a strong personality. He's got a type, and those guys just did not mesh well, right? And it's very fair to be concerned. Like, if they're going to trade him, like, is it even worse behind the scenes? He had some issues where, like, he wasn't going for the ball, like, aggressive enough to try to avoid getting hit. There's questions. Like, there's definitely a risk, but there was a risk when the Jets went and got Brandon Marshall. Like, people don't remember that. That wasn't, they got him for a 5th round pick. Same with Santonio Holmes. And sometimes these are like short-term dopamine hits to, like, see if you can evaluate your quarterback and support Garrett Wilson, and it works for a year or two, and then you move on. It's probably worth it, especially if you could pay less than 44. We're talking about like a pick swap or a future pick. The talent is just, you can't ignore it. Like, he is a good enough player to be 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 yards. And with the way Geno presses the ball down the field, to have that pressure off Garrett Wilson, you're talking about an offense that could be normal, which would be great to watch.
An offense that can be normal. What a concept. Rob checks in. He's in the raffle for 2. Thanks for the super chat, Rob. Trade for BTJ with pick 44. Take Arvell Reese at 2. Take the top guard at 16. Draft wide receiver Omar Cooper at 33, or another linebacker. All right, so this is the Rob Daniels master plan, Joe. Your thoughts on the Jets making these moves and your reaction would be?
I don't hate it. I like Cooper a lot. I think scenarios where they end up with Cooper on this roster are very fun. I don't know if he's even going to be there at 33. I had someone ask me today if he's going to be there at 16. If he's an option there, I don't think he's going to go that high, but I like it. I like adding weapons to the offense, man. I'm very wary of that depth chart right now at receiver, like doing the Josh Reynolds thing again. Like, we can't do it. You got to go get some real receivers. So yes.
The Josh Reynolds thing. The only player above 30 they signed, 1 year under $3 million. Yeah. He was the number 2 receiver going into the year.
Yes, terrifying. Can't have that happen again.
Derek, the Jet fan, says, Joe, you're a wonderful follow on IG. You and Jake are getting me hyped for the draft. Keep crushing it. JETS. Jets. Let's go, baby. Are you a wonderful follow on IG, Joe? I think I do follow you.
I like to think so. The Badlands Instagram is phenomenal. Shout out Mark. He deserves the credit there. My personal Instagram, a little more boring, but get some family action in there, and some obviously promotional stuff for Badlands. So yeah, it's if you're excited by 38-year-old dad of 3, like, it's a good Instagram account, no doubt.
Newly dad of 3 though. How is being a dad of 3?
It's exhausting, but it's good. She's doing very well. It's nice to have a daughter to balance out with the 2 boys. She's somehow 7 or 8 months old already. I've lost track at this point. But it's been an eventful year, I would say, with the having a baby and everything going on. So we're keeping busy.
Lou B writes in, I bought my ticket to the Badlands party on April 11th. Joe, I will be there. I'm looking forward to it. Last time I hung out with you at a Badlands event, we were ripping shots. Everyone look at Joe Caporoso's form here on your screen. Can we expect more shot ripping at this next Badlands event?
We can. It's a Saturday night. It's a 3-hour open bar at Stout in Midtown. Like, there will be some shot ripping that has to happen. We are Jet fans getting excited for the NFL draft. Glad you're going to be out there. Glad you got your ticket. It's going to be fun. I'm actually getting a little stressed about it being too crowded in a good way, which is better anxiety to have than it not being crowded enough. But yeah, Saturday, April 11th, 7 to 10 p.m. Stout, their new upstairs location in New York City. We'll do some Q&A. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. We're going to have a mock draft contest, food, open bar, hopefully some other friends in the media and former players there. The whole beat will be there. Antoine, Brian, Zach, Connor, our whole Badlands team, yourself. It's a good big tent Jets media, Jet content creator event, because we could all use some drinking and commiseration to work through our anxiety before the draft.
Shout out to Antoine Staley there and Amanda Gudowitz, who, let me tell you, she knows how to drink. There at the Badlands event. Love that video. I saw you post that this morning. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to slow this down and just put this on a loop.
It's classic footage there. Tony Vegas in there too, of course, ripping shots. That's right. Never saw a shot he didn't want to take.
No, they call him Tony Vegas for a reason. No doubt about that. Love it. Joe, I appreciate you hopping on, man. We'll do this again soon, I'm sure, but looking forward to hanging out with you guys in April at your event.
Thanks, man.
Joe Caporoso from Badlands with us there. Hit the like button if you guys are just tuning in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. All right, let's get to why a lot of you are here. As Maniac Madness continues, we had a banner day, a historic day in the tournament yesterday, the dangerous Alliance region got underway in the round of 64. The upset of all upsets. Leany, the first 16 seed to ever beat a 1 seed. Beastbreaker out of the tournament. We have our first true Cinderella in Leany in North Carolina. Then last night, second show of the day, it was Thunderlips knocking out Pork of the Morning in the 9 versus 8 battle. So Thunderlips advances, which means we are now up to the 5 versus 12 matchup featuring Adam is Too Cool and Jetaholic. And we have some videos that have been sent in from each of our contestants. First, we hear from Jetaholic.
What's up, guys? It's Jetaholic. I may not be able to call in the morning, but vote for me. I'm a loyal Jets fan, loyal Asmaniac. I love this community, and I love the New York Jets. We need a male Cinderella run. So it could be me and Leany going on a run. Go Jets. Love you guys. Vote for Jetaholic.
Jetaholic, a family man. Well, here is Adam is Too Cool responding to Jetaholic. Well done by Adam. Now, Jetaholic also, in response, sent in a video of his young child, the newly born, one of our youngest Asmaniacs, asking for people to vote for his dad. And before we open up voting, one last video submission from our guy Adam is Too Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, get to your screens.
Asmaniacs, I am very excited to be in this year's madness. I will do you all proud, and you're going to see some sides of me that you haven't quite seen before, because while I am too cool or too basic, there's so much you don't know about me.
Mask on. Light shift. Deep breath. New script.
I will do whatever it takes to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to vote. Voting for Asmaniac Madness is underway.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Asmaniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock.
Vote, vote, vote. Your vote determines who advances to the next round. Let me shout out the Austrian Jet fan. He has entered the Asmaniac Raffle at the end of the show for 5. Let's go, baby.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Austrian Jet fan, I hope you're doing well. Let me say this as well for anyone who wants to enter the raffle. We're doing a 2-for-1 special today. Surprise, surprise. When you enter Raffle 64 during the show, you automatically qualify for Raffle 65 next week. Our top prize is a signed Curtis Martin helmet. Prize 2 is a signed Garrett Wilson jersey. More prizes to come, but you get a little 2-for-1 special for anyone who enters the raffle during the show. Veteran Jet fan says Jake sounds like he's getting a cold. I definitely am. So I'm not going to do a very long show today because I am definitely feeling it. And we did a lot of streaming this past week. The first 2 days of free agency, we did 12 and a half hours combined. So I definitely need to vitamin C and D it up. No doubt about that. Bino with a super chat. Jacob Joseph, how come no one mentions Jeremy Bernard? Day 2 technically sounds great. Great route runner. I like him. The kid from Bama. Dylan Terman's hiring him too, Bino. He's in play. Is he in play at 44? I think he is. Does he go higher than that? He might. So I'm with you. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Reminder, if you ever missed the show, we're available in podcast form, Apple or Spotify. Check it out if you ever miss a live YouTube show. All right, let's get to your call, shall we? And when you're competing in Asmaniac Madness, if it's your day, you get to go first. Adam is Too Cool is on the line, so let's introduce him properly.
Adam is cool, although kind of basic. He claims he's too cool, though often quite basic. He makes great jet points, looks a little basic. Adam is cool, too cool, but basic. Some would say generic.
Hey Jake, game day, man. I'm excited. I'm really grateful to be part of this. Thank you to the committee for matching me up with Jedaholic, who is a stand-up guy. I think he was underseeded, so I did not take this first-round game lightly at all. He's fantastic, even if he looks a little bit like a Mike Farias stunt double. And I love that he's got all that Jet merch, too. I do, too. I will top one thing about his cute little boy. Was he born on Garrett Wilson's birthday like my son was? I don't know.
Wow.
So that's pretty sweet. And I'm wearing Garrett Wilson's jersey today because he's the lone jersey guy that's still on the team. But, you know, I'm really grateful to the committee. You know, win or lose, we're all winners in the Asmaniac community. You know, props to Jedaholic. He rocks. He is a really, really great caller. I think a lot of them. This is going to come down to who wants it more. I have a lot more videos, you know, in the tank. I have a lot more to work on. If I am, you know, able to advance further, I'd love to share a little bit more about who I am, because I know I have this kind of basic blah persona when I call in besides the Jets points, but it's really nice to open up to the community, help me advance, and I'll open myself up even more.
I love the shuttle run you did, Adam. I mean, you look like Prime Quinn in there.
I wish. Yeah, it's really great. And amazing call in today from Caparoso. I mean, it's just amazing quality from your call-ins, Jake. You're a rock star on that. And really glad that the community comes out to support you all year round. I think it's a really special thing, and it's really nice to be part of it. So, you know, go Asmaniac Madness, you know, go Jedaholic, go me. Please vote for me, but, you know, no harm, no foul. May the best contributor win.
Jets Johnny says, Adam, please don't open yourself up for votes, dog.
Johnny, I want to ask you for I want to do a rap video with you. Hang tight.
Calm your freaky down.
I know what Jets Johnny was saying, you dog.
Oh, whatever, Jersey boy. All right.
Adam, great call, though, man. Love your campaign videos. They were so funny when I was editing that together. I'm like, this is great.
Thank you.
I appreciate the effort, and I know the community does as well. Adam is too cool. Check it in to start it off. Well done by Adam. We'll keep it rolling with your calls coming up. Again, raffle at the end of the show. For those of you just tuning in, and the great Joe Caporoso was with us at the start of the show. So if you missed it, hit the rewind button, baby. Ozzy checking in. What's up, Ozzy? In the raffle for two. Jake at 16 and 33. Could we draft two corners? I don't think so. Two corners when they signed a corner in free agency with some upside? Could they take a corner? Yes. Two, I'd be surprised. I don't think it's great asset management. You took a corner in the third round last year who's going to probably start for you think, this year, in Azaria Thomas. You want him to start for you this year. I mean, look, the Jets have done dumber things than that in the draft. They once took two safeties in the first and second round, but yeah, I'd be a little surprised. Appreciate the super chat, Ozzy. Let's see. All right, I think we're all caught up here. Let's keep it rolling with your calls. Ladies and gentlemen, he won his first round matchup. Many are wondering, does he even know he was in the tournament? It's time.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good.
Hey, Lane, unmute your mic.
All right. Now, do you hear me?
Oh, I hear you.
So, yeah, I did win about the whole tournament.
What are your thoughts on your big win in the first round?
Well, I feel happy. I think
you beat Jams.
Yeah,
now
so
you have to face Ricky.
Playing Ricky in New York in the second round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, I'm Jake Asman.
Hi, Jake.
I got a surprise for you.
Hi, Mrs. Lane Train.
Hi, how you
How are
doing?
you? Yeah, so I feel that Smith is going to be a good fit, like Geno Smith. Now, do you take Simpson, or do you take somebody else in the draft?
Who are my two options?
Where's my money?
Ty Simpson or Owen?
What about Homer Simpson?
Yeah, or Homer Simpson. Do you get him?
I would take Homer if he's there.
He's out of college, I think.
He is out of college. You're right.
Because I think he might. Well, I don't know if you had Now, the thing with that is, like, I know that Fields is probably going to be good next year, but, I don't know if you keep him.
Yeah, I don't think Justin Fields is going to be on the team.
Yeah, I mean, why do you cut him or you just let him, like, try again?
I probably would just cut him.
Yeah, and also, I cannot say, like, yeah, those nice pictures of the baby, actually, that's a nice picture.
Oh, you're talking about the baby that Adam is too cool is having?
Yeah, July, he has first time of him being a father. It's like,
Are you going to be a father someday, Lane?
No, I cannot. No, it's hard.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't do it.
Yeah, you can.
Sure. I don't know. I have to say.
You just got to find a nice, lovely lady.
Yeah. I have one, but
you have a lovely lady?
Yeah, but
tell me about her.
I did hear about. I saw the picture of you chugging down the beer at the thing last year.
Yeah, look at this shot, Lane.
Yeah,
look at that. Good form, smooth, right down the pipe.
That's you.
That's me on the right, wearing the Jake Asman hat. What do you think of the girl on the left? She knows how to really just slug it down, doesn't she?
I think on YouTube you could put it on.
What about Joe Caporoso's form on the left there?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Look at, they're really going at it.
Yep.
That's nice, but yeah. Yeah.
What's on the agenda today, Lane? Anything exciting?
Busy. I've been just taking care of everything I have to do.
What do you have to do?
Probably go outside today, maybe.
That takes a lot of time. You're right.
Yeah, like I'm thinking what I should do today.
You can do anything you put your mind to, Lane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I'm also have to get ready for a Jewish holiday coming up.
Which Jewish holidays coming up?
The whole Passover thing coming up.
Oh,
so.
Are you a matzah guy, Lane?
Yeah, I like matzah.
Do you put butter on your matzah?
I put jelly, actually.
Really?
Jelly on matzah. Some people put they make like a pizza matzah, and they put do you ever do that? Put pizza on matzah? We put some tomato sauce on it and stuff.
I like pizza. I like matzah.
It's
I might have to
almost
try that.
baseball. Yeah, and it's actually almost baseball season again.
That's right.
2 weeks now until the regular season starts.
Now, Lane, what would it mean to you if you won Asmaniac Madness?
I'm getting back to that. It'd be good. I think that facing Ricky New York in the next round, he's 6, Lane's 3, and Seth Neal is 7.
Yeah, if you win, you'll play the winner of Chef Kevin and Neal.
Yeah. Bobby Midnight got beat this year, or
no, he hasn't gone yet. Bobby's in the Gorman region.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and wait, let me see where Carly's going up against.
She's not in the tournament, but Leany's in the tournament. Did you see Leany knocked out the Beast yesterday?
Is there a video on it or just
this photo?
Yeah, I know. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess maybe Carly didn't make it.
No, she didn't qualify. She didn't qualify.
Oh yeah, Beast. Look at it. Look at that picture of him.
Look at his boobs.
Yeah.
Those are some big cans.
Probably works out or something.
Oh yeah, he's a man's man.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, I just think that you got to work on how the Jets will do next year. With Adam.
Agreed. Lane, you have a great day outside. All right, keep us posted.
You too. Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, the Lane Train.
Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
Lane, you're a 1 of 1. Excellent call by the Lane Train there. That's why he's one of the all-time greats. A year ago, Lane didn't even know he was in Asmaniac Madness, and it turns out he knocked out our now #1 overall seed in this year's tournament.
to the point where my only hope is that the community has turned over significantly, where I might be able to somehow survive in advance with new voters if I am lucky enough to meet Lane in the future rounds. He's a juggernaut. He's unbelievable.
When you think back to that a year ago, where does that rank among the more humbling experiences in your life, Kyle?
Oh, forget it. It totally reframed my thinking, my way of life. You know, like for someone as competitive as me to be swatted away by someone who doesn't even realize that they are in a competition, it was quite humbling. So
I would love to see Neil versus Lane if we get that matchup. I think that'd be so funny. You got the two totally different personalities going at it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's two different ends of the spectrum there. It's definitely interesting. So we got 9 picks after the trade. Is that fair?
I can confirm that for you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 picks. Yep.
We think at least 2 weapons, right?
I mean, yes, but I think it's got to be at least 2 weapons, with one of the weapons being in their first 4 picks, no matter what.
Yes. We think probably interior lineman, offensive, right? At least one.
I would hope so.
We think probably another edge.
At 2, yeah.
Yep. We think safety to compete with Cisco for bottom of the roster after yesterday's signing.
Cisco's not necessarily making the team.
That's what I'm saying. His money's not going to be guaranteed necessarily, right?
Yeah, because I was shocked they brought him back. And then, again, I always tell people, wait till you see the contract guarantees. They could cut him very easily or get, the old, oh, you give us a 6th, we give you a 7th, training camp trade if he doesn't make the team type of thing.
Okay, so that kind of leaves us with what you might term to be, I mean, obviously, we'll take a quarterback if it makes sense. I would think it'd probably be a day 3 guy, because I don't know that the opportunity to take a day 2 guy that would be impactful will be there. So you figure 3 or 4 picks that would kind of be value, discretionary, improve the team. I think one position to kind of look out for is slot corner, where you could possibly move Brownlee to a reserve role and really improve the team. I don't know if that means taking Terrell at 16, if the other guys that you like are gone, the receivers, Sadiq. I don't know if that means that a guy like Pons is in play at 44. But I think that's something that you might look for is there a slot corner that can really make that secondary ultra competitive and because it seems to be, obviously, with Glenn's background, a point of emphasis for him.
I would take D'Angelo Pons if you're going to do the slot corner thing, because I think he's really good, and I can see Glenn loving him because he plays like Aaron Glenn, the player.
Yep. I mean, you could be talking 2 interior linemen. You could be talking 3 weapons, especially if you get some value on a tight end, because we do need a tight end too. I think that this year is the year to get a developmental quarterback, but it's got to be the right spot. That's kind of where I reside with the draft. I can't wait. It's 40 days. Is that right? I think so.
The draft is 40 days, 8 hours, 4 minutes, and 20 seconds. But who's counting?
Yep. Oh, well, someone who loves the draft. That's who's counting.
Well, speaking of the draft, Kyle, let's get Kyle Clifton and every Asmaniac to Pittsburgh.
Draft Day 2026 live from Pittsburgh. Jets Nation on the clock. Gangrene take Fat McFadden's day and night draft party hosted by the Jake Asman Show. Thursday, April 23rd, doors open at noon.
Let's go! Yeah!
Let's go, baby. McFadden's. The draft is free. You can get your ticket by going to the NFL website. Free tickets to the draft. Make the trip to Pittsburgh. Spend the day at McFadden's with us. We'll be there all day. It's right next to where the draft is. Jets will make their picks. I'll be live at McFadden's reacting to it. I mean, we're going to have a blast. Literally, it's a stone's throw away from where the draft is at McFadden's. Lou B and his team are planning a hell of a party. Lou B is one of our best Asmaniacs out there. Let's go, man. If you're a Jet fan, you got to be there. If you've never been to the draft, how often is the draft going to be in a city that's drivable? How often are the Jets going to have 2 picks in the first round? Doesn't happen that often. They have 3 next year. But this year, they got 2. And that's the focus. McFadden's. We'll see you there. Let's go.
It's Jets, 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 Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
Little Jet breaking news. They have made a move. They have brought back Kene Nwanu. He's returning to the Jets on a 1-year, $2 million deal with $1 million fully guaranteed, a max value of $3 million. Nwanu has 5 kick return touchdowns since entering the league in 2022. Look, this guy is special. I'm not even joking. He is a special kickoff returner. He unfortunately is made of glass. I don't mind bringing him back because it cost you nothing. $1 million guaranteed. I think it's a good move by the Jets. Why not? If the Jets are going to overachieve, bringing back Nwanu and him hopefully staying healthy, does that not give you a great path to maybe win another game? The Jets last year win 1 game without their special teams unit. Now, that included Nick Folk, who I'm pissed is not back, but I'll give Banjo and that unit the benefit of the doubt for now because they're going to go out there and hopefully find the next Austin McNamara, but a kicking version of that, right? Because we all were critical, I know I was, of Thomas Morstead, but hand up, Jets were right with that one. They moved off Morstead. They bring in McNamara, who's younger, cheaper, and was way better. And it's not like Morstead wasn't good this past year. He was really solid for San Fran. But that was a great move. So let's hope they can find the next Nick Folk. But as far as getting the band back together with the returners, I like this a lot from a Jet perspective. So good move. Good move by Glenn Amuji bringing this guy back. I remember I met Chris Banjo at the Combine. I told, I think, part of the story on the air. And we were just talking about the special teams unit. And he talked about just how good Nwanu was and Isaiah Williams was. And I go, you guys would have won 1 game without your unit. He did a hell of a job. And Chris Banjo's a nice guy, super humble. But he knows how good he was. And this is the one unit I feel pretty good about with the Jets, but they got to get the Nick Folk kicking situation figured out because I don't like losing him. Rick writes in, Jake, when is Will coming on next? I missed him the other day. He called me an idiot when I wanted the Jets to draft Pierce in the 2nd round. Was that 3 or 4 years ago? You wanted to draft Pierce in the 2nd round? Who's Pierce? Who's Pierce, Rick? I'm not sure. He'll come on with us probably next week at some point. I got to work out the schedule with him. But give me some more background, Rick. Who's Pierce? I'll put you in the raffle for 2, though. Thanks for the support. Jedaholic in battle right now against Adam is too cool. Make sure you get your votes in. I pride myself on being a good person. Also, I'm not afraid to call Alan out on his BS. Just another reason to vote for me. Love y'all. JETS. Adam is too cool. Jedaholic. The battle going on. Vote, vote, vote.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Now the standings. Scoreboard update. 68-32. Adam in the lead over Jetaholic. Bass Chopper says MP. Bass Chopper. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Gypsy Moonchild says, Jake, it seems my chats never show for anyone. Can you fix that? Oh, we see them, Gypsy Moonchild. I see them. Everyone sees them.
Good job.
We got them. Appreciate you watching the show. Hit the like button if you guys haven't. Raffle at the end of the show. I'm going to take a short break. When we come back, there's more Jet news to discuss. Load up your calls as well. All right? We need to hear from the Asmaniac community, folks, and we want to hear from you. It's important that we hear from the Asmaniac community. We need it. We want it. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned we're having a draft party. All right? Asmaniac meetups are unlike anything else. If you need a reminder, here you go.
Down in Tampa where the sun beats down, Jake Asman's a king wearing his birthday crown. Fireman Ed's got the chanting his alarms, and Earl Christie's here where the legends are sung. We may not win, but we'll make it right. Green and white storm in the Florida night. Asmaniacs unite, let's paint this town from the bay to the sky. We'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire, 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as maniacs unite. Tailgates roar, the beer flows cold. Stories of battles both new and old. The Jets might stumble, but we'll stand tall. In this wild green army, we answer the call. The stadium's loud, the flags take flight. We're here to party, not just for the fight. As maniacs unite, let's paint this town from the bay to the sky. We'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire, 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as maniacs unite. Town from the bay to the sky, we'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire, 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as maniacs unite.
Let's go, baby. RSVP, if you're coming to Pittsburgh, it's going to be epic. Speaking of epic, for those tuning in, end of the show, your chance to win a signed Namath helmet, signed Klecko helmet, signed Garrett helmet, signed Mawai jersey. When you enter, 2 for 1, only offered during this live show for anyone tuned in live here on a Saturday. We got over 400 people tuned in live across all our platforms right now. Garrett Wilson signed jersey, the top prize next week, and a Curtis Martin signed helmet, the other top prize so far. All right. To your calls, we get into. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is a man who will be in action in Asmaniac Madness in a few short days. It is time to say hello to a man that we call Mad Max.
What do you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
What's up, Asmaniacs? Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you.
So, currently New York City, Jake. So, let's talk about some moves. So, we got a couple good moves. So, this Cisco move was probably the stupidest move I've ever seen. I mean, he has no fight, no character. He doesn't really have fight, Why would you want to re-sign him to 1 year deal? Just cut him. And then Justin Fields, why would you want Justin Fields to crybaby? He sucks. Why would you want him as a backup? He's going to get cut, Jake. And then really the third point, I like the Kenny Ngualu. I like that we kept him. I think it was a good deal, Jake. So I got to do my campaign video for James V, currently in New York City.
Now, Mad Max, what exactly are you doing in New York City? Where are you? I'm going to come find you.
Today we did some outreach. We were in Queens. We're at NICEM, which is in Astoria, Queens. Probably the nicest part of Queens. Tomorrow we're going to church.
Look behind you. I'm there. I'm on your ass. I'm following you.
Oh, man. Tomorrow's a free day, so we're going to be going to service, and we're going to be in Manhattan, Dig.
I'm going to keep my eyes open for you, Mad Max.
maybe it's probably a lot of Asmaniacs. What are you up to for the weekend? Excited for March Madness?
Oh, Selection Sundays tomorrow. We got St. John's
Sundays
UConn tonight. USA Baseball against the DR tomorrow night. Let's go.
And then we have the Yankees coming up. And then talk about some sports takes. I think the Yankees will be good. I think the Knicks can bounce back, Knicks have been doing good lately. And then but the Yankees are going to do good this season. You excited for some Yankees baseball?
Hey, how many people are in that van?
A lot of people, Jake. A lot of people.
Let's see. I want to meet these people.
You want to, JJ, you want to be on the show? Nah, no one wants to be.
How many people are in the van?
A lot of people, but no one wants to be. If it was, maybe on the next show we'll get my boys on.
Did you explain what you were doing when you decided to call in? You're like, hey guys, we're on this trip. I got to call into the
We're just
show.
in New York City, so we're doing some outreach. So we're like Jamaica Queens.
I don't really know what that means. You got to do some outreach. Outreach for what?
We're just helping out the homeless people in the shelters, Jake.
So you're doing some community service.
Community service, Jake.
All right, Mad Max. Well, you let me know if you're around later for an in-person interview. You can come to my global studio headquarters.
Beast Global Studio Headquarters.
No, I took over the global studio headquarters here in New York where I do the show.
Sure. Where's Beast? Is Beast online? Or is he? Because I think he has the worst haircut. Beast has the worst haircut. It looks like something from the 80s. His muscles are all fat.
Wow, you're still going after Beast, Mad Max.
I just have a good show today.
Ladies and gentlemen, they call him Mad Max for many reasons. He's nuts. Mad Max in New York City. What could possibly go wrong, people? What could possibly go wrong? The rivalry between Mad Max and Beast. We've never seen anything like it.
You know how to give me diarrhea. Eat a bag of dicks. A bag of dicks.
What's up, Thunder Beast? How you doing today?
Shut up, clown boy.
I have more muscles than Beast.
Beast joins us now.
No, you don't, you little bastard.
Hold on, we'll get to friend Beast. We can't see you.
What?
Oh, God. What
it's
the
too
hell?
dark. Turn the lights on.
Turn the light on, Beast.
No.
Turn the light on, Beast.
Turn the light
That's
on. We
it.
can't see.
That's it. Thanks a lot to my muscles, guys.
Oh, my God. What is
I figured back.
What even is this, man?
You know what you are, Max? A pompous bitch.
Well, show us your muscle, Beast. Now we can see you. No one can see you.
This is my world. Wow. I will break you, you little midget.
Dylan, who won the muscle off?
Everybody but the Asmaniac community won that muscle off.
Who won the muscle off, in your opinion?
Beast won the muscle off. When I saw Mad Max take his shirt off, it reminded me I have to pick up some pipe cleaners for my kid's art project.
That's a man's man right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite the week on the show, and I'm definitely getting sick from all of it, but the show must go on, folks. It must go on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your outstanding calls right now. We say hello to Papa Jet.
Holy shit, look at that beard! He has a beard, he's the man. Ain't no Santa Claus. Papa Jet loves the Jet. He's one handsome son of a bitch. It's Papa Jet.
Homeless person gets arrested for beating the shit out of a college kid. They don't know what provoked the incident. I do,
another
though.
muscle off gone wrong.
I do. And that was Clifton calling Max a pipe cleaner. That was classic.
That was truly a great line.
I'm just talking about the Beast and Leany matchup. I mean, Beast had a bad draw. I mean, everybody knows Leany's got a gentle spirit. Beast just had bad luck with the draw. But saying that, I think it was it Gator or somebody who's saying maybe Beast is not good in the Asmaniac tournament, but somewhere else, like an Azzy or something. He's probably onto something, because if you had like a vote, I mean, nobody's irreplaceable around here, but if you had a vote like what character you wouldn't want to lose in this forum, I bet you Beast would score well,
Look, I mean, he won a couple Azzies last summer, if memory serves, so there'll be opportunities for him to win stuff.
And you know what, Jake? Your two most polarizing characters are Gary and Beast, I would say. And they have the best rumbles. I mean, I think Gary brings out the best in Beast. Beast goes on some really good rants when he's talking to Gary, But I know Beast has said some stuff he shouldn't have said. We all get that, But he's had some funny stuff too for us, So does he got to work on it? Yeah. But you know what, Jake? There's been other words said in the chat and that are hateful that really shouldn't be said either, Any word that targets a group of people should not be said, and it's not just Beast. So that's all I'm going to say.
Well said.
Right.
Any other football points, or you just wanted to call to say that?
No, I'm kind of feeling bad for Beast, I just hope he don't go on a hiatus because he did that last year,
Well, he was on the show yesterday in the second show, so I think he'll be okay. I know he was at Menards earlier, he wrote in the chat.
Okay. Oh, Jake, I do have something. I know it's early and the schedule hasn't come out yet, and I know as far as the away meetup, there's been early talk on Tennessee and possibly Chicago. Has there any early thoughts on the home game meetup?
Yeah, we just no way of knowing until we see the schedule, right? I mean, I wanted last year we did Carolina because it was earlier enough in October where the weather was still good, and we ended up getting a 70-degree day, which was insane. So we lucked out with that. I would aim to try and do it roughly around that time. Like the goal is to do it in September and October for the home and the away meetups, so the Jet season's still relevant and hopefully the weather is good. And by the way, the season wasn't even relevant by the time we did the Panther game. They were 0-6 and dropped to 0-7 after that. So we couldn't even get that right. But Tampa was week 3 last year. We will aim roughly to do something around that part of the schedule. It all comes down to who the opponent is and how it lines up.
I had a really great time last year, just meeting everybody. It was just great. But Jake, I think I'm up Monday too for my first time ever matchup. I don't know how good I'm going to do, but
you're going to do great. What do you mean?
I don't know if I got the juice for all this stuff, but we'll see.
You got the juice. You versus Derek. It's like the two nicest people that call this show. And we're doing a bracket of the nicest callers. You, Derek, David T. There's so many that could be in that bracket. But like you guys, I mean, it's a great battle here. You both got beards. I love it. Young versus old, OG versus more of a newer viewer. It's great.
Yeah, my beard's a little fuller there. Appreciate it, Gator. So
you'll be on the first show of the day. Yep. So you're Monday morning, and then the afternoon show that day is Philly and Austrian Jet fan.
Another good matchup.
Australian Jet fan, excuse me. But yep, that's a great one too.
Jake so I'm against Derek, the KC Jets fan.
Correct.
There's another guy in the chat, Derek, the Jets fan. Are those the same people? Same guy?
Yeah. Apparently Derek has 2 accounts. He just super chatted. Love you, Papa Jet. I voted for you on my bracket.
Okay. Because Chris B too, right?
Yep.
He's not the same guy though, right?
No, Chris B is not called in.
Okay, well, because when they post in the chat, both Chris B and Derek, very similar because they're always complimentary to whoever they're writing to. So, they probably could be cousins or brothers or something. But that's all I got, Jake, and I hope you're hope you're feeling better.
Thanks, Papa. I appreciate you calling in, man. Great call as always. I'm getting sick, so the worst is about to happen. Everyone give me some medical advice. What do I do? Try and get ahead of this cold that I could already feel myself developing. What do we got here? Oh, you know what? I wanted to give a shout out to a listener I met last night. I was at a bar watching Team USA and the Knicks and all the sports last night, and I met a listener named Cole, who is a big fan of the show. Him and his brother watch the show. Cole is from Port Washington at Long Island. So, Cole, great to meet you last night. Shout out to you. Let's see. Some super chats. Then we get right back to your calls. The Dream, Andrew C. says, don't worry, I got insiders working on our kicker. Okay, Dream. I'll take your word for it. Andrew C. then followed up, Barbaroso, red hair flip. I don't know what that means, but okay. Shout out to Barbaroso. He does have great red hair. Andrew C. says, Gator, I love the lyrics. That was in reference to the Tampa recap video I played.
Yeah.
Common Country, in between all the Dream super chats, is gifted a membership to enter the raffle for one.
JETS, Jets.
The Dream says, Tampa away game when it was 1,000 degrees. It was actually 2,000 degrees. We melted on like anything we've ever seen before.
JETS, Jets.
Nick Shine checking in. We can only hope that Geno's as good as Fields and gets a Pro Bowl offer this season. Jet the F up, baby. Yeah.
JETS, Jets.
We can only hope. All right, on that note, let's get back to your calls. There were some people wondering about this man. You just heard Papa Jet ask about him. Ladies and gentlemen, have no fear. The Beast is here.
La Puerta Negra.
Hey, Beast.
I'm at Food for Less right now. I got a steal, a good shot. Picked up a couple donut holes for a good price, and for $3.99. Let me just tell you what $3.99 is.
Oh, a little bacon.
Hey, what you see is what you get, and for $7, ribs, baby, ribs.
That's a man's man.
That's a man's meal, not for little boys.
Nunchy.
Little boy.
Wiki.
All right, now we're going to start bagging this up because the next place where I'm going to stop over at good old-fashioned Chick-fil-A. Yep,
a little
right across. That's right, Jack. There we go. Spent $40 on peanuts over at Menards. Got a deal out of that. What a steal. That was a good shot for $6.73. You can't beat that. Okay, what do we got here? Good thing I got a gallon of milk for $1.99. You can't beat that. Better than paying $2 something at a gas station. That's not good. That's not smart. That's stupid. Why the hell would you pay $2 something at a gas station when you get it cheaper? $1.99 ain't gonna hurt you. $2 is not gonna hurt. Come on. Yeah, you can do better than that. And you know what I mean by you could do better than that. All right, there we go. Here. All right, we're done here. In the words of Willy Wonka, are we ready? Yes. Good. On we go. All right. No gumballs today. I already got plenty of gumballs. I don't need that. I open doors. That smell fresh of morning. That's a little cold, but that'll be okay. That's all right. We're gonna win this draft. I have a good feeling about something. If we wind up getting Batman Bane, we're gonna be just fine. But if not, let me repeat. I'm gonna say it's one time for Geno, and he better hear it loud and clear. Don't you fuck up this season for us, or we will take your head. And you know what I mean by we will take your head, and we will rip it right off.
You're going to rip Geno Smith's head off if he doesn't play well for the Jets?
That's right.
Okay.
Because for 15 years, how many quarterbacks have effed up and not gotten the job done? Hundreds of them. They've not done the job. You know why? Because they didn't cut it. It's time to hear these two words. You either better put up or you shut up. Win or go home. Playtime's over. Step up, Geno. Do it now. Show us or get off. Or hear these two words. Either take a shit or get off the pot. And for you, Jake, since you're getting sick, do these three things: Alka-Seltzer, Vicks, and NyQuil. Go 3. You're going to need them. Get the orange Alka-Seltzer. That'll knock you up for a loop. Then use the Vicks Vapor Rub. Put that all over your body. Make sure you bust all that combustion up out of your chest. And take a shot of red NyQuil. That will knock you right on your ass real hard.
Hell yeah, Beast. Well said.
And one more thing. Before you do any of that, you order some Mexican food. You know why you order Mexican? Because Mexican food is hotter, and it will kick your ass, and it will clean you out. All right, there we go.
About that.
Hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, drawing board. Now we're here parking up the door. Now
should I do one of these?
Now we're getting towards Chick-fil-A. Right there. There you go. Chick-fil-A.
We'll stay with you at Chick-fil-A here to hear your order. I want to watch a master at work.
Here we go. Swish.
They say Beast at Chick-fil-A is like watching Picasso paint, folks. Get ready for greatness personified unlike anything you've ever seen before. Beast.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing today? Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, let's get the number 1 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Are we gonna do it as a meal?
Hell yeah!
Are we gonna dine in or carry
out? On the road.
Carrying out. What's the name?
That's Dr. Jason Allen Storm. Sign that up, please, and we'll take it from here. Grand total comes out to.
So we got just a Chick-fil-A sandwich, medium fries. If we want to drink today.
The old-fashioned good old Dr. Pepper. That's man's drink.
All right, 1062 is our.
Don't worry, I'm
today.
gonna take good care of you. Give me a second here too.
Did you want any Chick-fil-A sauce barbecue?
Buffalo.
Buffalo sauce. How much?
At the man sauce. Every other sauce, that's a little too weak for me. That's not good enough.
Yeah, so just 1 buffalo sauce.
Hell yeah, that's man sauce. Okay, what are we looking at on numbers on the time frame?
So it's 1062. It should be up just in a couple of minutes. Shouldn't be.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer, no doubt. Everybody's got their price, you know, that's the way it is. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. No 10s, Jesus. Hey, what you see is what you get, right? That's all. Can't do nothing about it. There we go. Don't you guys got like a little thing here where I could maybe put a tip in?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh. Damn.
It's all good. Thank you.
You know the old. So how many minutes we looking at? Like 6 or 7?
Just about.
6 or 7? All right. Hold on. Let me just bring the old wagon over here. That's $40 at Menards and 21 over at Food for Less. Hey, what you get? Now I'll take a seat over here. We can wait. That's the process.
342 people watching Beast order Chick-fil-A. Beast, if you did this call yesterday, I think you would have won. I think this was the call that you needed yesterday. You would have had all the votes, even from your haters. J-Quest said if Beast would have had this call yesterday, I would have voted for him. Barbarossa, why didn't he do this yesterday? This was a call that would have won you a Asmaniac Madness round.
Here we go. Okay, there's 30, 40, there's 44.
Beast, okay, how much was it? What was the total?
1086. Oh, that's it? Holy crap! That's fast. That's what I call service. Okay, we got my drink's coming up, right? Yeah, I was waiting for that Dr. Pepper right there. You know me, I'm the Dr. Pepper master here. I've had them all. I've had all sorts of Dr. Pepper. You know what the question is? Don't you guys got any other different Dr. Pepper colors, like the strawberries and cream, the cherry, or anything?
No, we got the new one. You can put the biscuits and then
the new one. What's the new one?
The hot biscuits with the lemonade.
I've never heard of that one.
No?
That's familiar to me. I've never heard of that.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it is.
Can I take a sample of that? I bring that over. We're gonna sample that today. We're gonna sample a whole new drink of Dr. Pepper. After all, I've had them all sorts of Dr. Peppers. Hey, what you see is what you get. Can't stand the heat? Get out my kitchen. Can't take it? Then get out of here. You know, there's no room for second place here. Yesterday was not in the best of moods because it was too cold, and plus that wind yesterday was nuts. Yesterday we had wind gusts over near almost close to 50 yesterday. And you think I'm going to go in the wind? I don't think so. It's called play smart. Safety first, safety precautions. All right, bring that on down. Let's test that. Let's give that a test. Thank you very much, Steve. All right, and that's my baby right there. That Dr. Pepper's going with. Now let's test this. See how this is. It's any good, and maybe we'll come back next time and get another shot.
Hey, Beast, check your Venmo.
Holy
1086.
Yep, this is
All
good.
Right. Enjoy
This is
Chick-fil-A on me and the Asmaniacs. I just sent you some Chick-fil-A money.
This drink actually came out to be a B+. B+ drink. I might have to see if they have it in the store maybe next time.
Hey, check your Venmo. You just got paid $10.
I will do that right away because I'm about to. The next best thing I'm going to start doing is catching the next bus and getting the hell here because I got some laundry to go take care of. And then later on today, we're going to do either the last of WrestleMania 4 or kick it off with maybe a little George Carlin doing it again, 1990 live. Oh yeah, live from New York. The man's choice. Okay, there we go. Our drinks. All right, this can go over here.
Hey, Dr. Jason Allen Storm, you have yourself a great meal, all right?
You don't mind it? Yeah. We're not going to do the wheel today, are we?
I'm doing the wheel in a little bit, so you enjoy your Chick-fil-A. I'll come back to you.
Oh, Max wants to get. I don't want to talk to this goof. That guy's a spazoid.
This is all goddamn muscle right here. Bringing the cheese. Woo! You clown-sucking douchebag. I got gas right now.
I think Beast beats Leany yesterday. That's the call we got, but it wasn't meant to be. Mike Perez says Jake gets all the doctors to call in. That's right. Mike Perez says Beast Jets points are always on point, hand in hand with Kyle Clifton. Yes, two Jet connoisseurs, obviously. Mike, you're in the raffle for 2. Thank you, my friend. And your Wayne Corbett helmet was ordered. You should have it, I think, next week, it said. Andrew C., why didn't you wear a winter vest in Tampa like Glenn did to cool off? God, the more you look back at photos from that game and realize how hot it was for anyone who was there like I was, good Lord. NY in Atlanta entered the raffle. I'm counting names. Last chance to enter. I'm giving away a signed Mawai jersey, signed Garrett helmet, signed Klecko helmet, signed Namath helmet at the end of the show. If you want to enter next week's raffle, 2 for 1. Curtis Martin signed helmet. Garrett Wilson signed jersey already. The top 2 prizes. Andrew C. says he's door dashing some Chick-fil-A. I might need to get that for lunch now, too. Beast is a visionary. Jersey Jet says, I'm 2 minutes behind. The comments are hilarious. If you're delayed, oh, God, you have a lot to look forward to. Derek says, I want a split Beast meal with Jake. Hell yeah. Holy shit. That was fast. Go Jets. Well, it is called fast food. All right, home stretch of your calls here. Ladies and gentlemen, the man behind the greatest draft party that has ever been put together. Lou B is next. Hello, Lou.
Jake, I am dying. Listen, I book comedians for a living. I don't think there's someone funnier than Beast that I've ever met in my life. I mean, he is unbelievable. So, Jake, this is what I want to do. When you do the Asmaniac meetup, I am going to fly Beast home there. I'm paying for the flight. As long as he comes, I'm buying that flight. We got to get him to MetLife or wherever we go, Jake. Whatever town, I don't care if it's Australia, wherever you do it, I am flying Beast in. This guy just has to meet the rest of the fans. I know so many people that watch the show that just want to meet Beast. They're like, they don't care about anything else except Beast. He is hilarious, but he does have to watch his blood pressure, Jake. He does.
I know. We need him to be around for the long haul here. We need Beast to see a Jets Super Bowl one day.
Seeing that grocery list and then him getting a high blood pressure report yesterday is just kind of incredible, I must say.
No,
I don't know anyone that would
have the show. I thought it has nothing to do with his diet. It's the stress of the
I think it's the diet. I'm going to say it's the diet, not Mad Max or Gary. But yes, we're doing the draft party. I can't wait. As Kyle said, 40 days left. You can book a hotel. You don't need to book the hotel right near the draft. You can get it 20, 30 minutes away. Uber in. You know, the hotels are really affordable far away. Close, it's impossible. It's just outrageous. But that's what you need to do is get one pass, sign up for the draft. It's free, and the draft party is free to get in. Come down. Jake's going to be doing some shows. I know we're getting some guests there and whatnot, but it's going to be great. And I can't wait for the draft, Jake. It's going to be so exciting.
Who are we taking at 2 and 16 right now, Lou?
Nobody wants to hear who I want to take it to, Jake.
I know who you want. Who are they going to? You want Jeremiah Love, but who are they
That's
taking?
absolutely right, because I think Brees isn't going to be here. I think that he's going to be gone. So I think they're going to take Reese, or I think they're going to shock us with Styles. At 16, I would take Sadiq or Lemon if either one of them are there. I think Kansas City is going to take Sadiq. I think they need a tight end. I think that's what they're going to do. But it's Sadiq or Lemon. I think we need a weapon at 16, and I really hope that we can come back up and get Ty somewhere in 33-27 or something like that. That's what I think we need to do, just because, newsflash, we do need a quarterback still, a young one.
I would be totally fine if that's what they did. I think it's possible.
They have the weapons, right? I think I'm totally confident in Muji. I think he's incredible. I think he's what the Jet fans need. We need someone there he is. This is the guy right here. I mean, this is what we've needed for so long, is someone to really know the holes and fill the holes. This guy, we're going into the draft, and they're going to be able to pick any player that they think is the best one there, because they won't be like, oh, we have to get a guard, or we have to get this. They're filling every hole. It's so obvious what he's doing. I'm shocked that Cisco's back, though. I was really shocked with that one.
Yeah, if you look at the guarantees, though, he's making very little. He's not guaranteed a roster spot.
He's a Long Island guy. He's a cool dude. He's really good friends with Tommy DeVito. I think they went to Syracuse together. So
they did. You're right.
I always hear about him, that he's a great guy, and I wish him the best. I was just shocked by that move. But look, I'm happy with what they're doing so far. As a fan, I just want to see us bust some heads and shit. So as Maniacs, please vote for me against JJ when my time is up. But Beast, that offer stands anywhere, any game, any country. I'm flying you in, Beast. No problem. We'll take care of everything. We've got the tickets for you. Anything you need.
I can't wait to see you against JJ, because JJ, he has not called in since he got called out for reneging on his bet that he'd shave his head if the Jets missed the playoffs. And now here you are as an 11 seed, I think peaking at the right time. I think JJ is on real upset alert in that matchup.
Well, look, the only thing I have to say about JJ is his takes are interesting, because he can always argue the other side of things. So I like to see both sides of all conversations for the Jets. But him breaking his word is just kind of, you can't break your word to the Asmaniac community. They'll never let you live it down. So I think I should actually have this one. I don't know about the next person up, but JJ I should have.
Lou, excellent call. Where are you, in Atlantic City this weekend? I mean, you're everywhere.
I'm in Atlantic City Friday to Sunday. Anyone that comes down here, hit me up. And then during the week, Monday through Thursday, I'm in Port Washington building a venue right near Cole that your fan is. I'm building a venue there, and I'm going to do something really special there for the Jet fans when that time is right.
Love it. Lou, you're the man. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
You got it.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Lou B, folks. The man, the myth, the legend. Basically runs Atlantic City. The GOAT. We're going to throw a hell of a party, Jet fans. Believe that. All right, here we go. Let's get to your last couple calls. I got a raffle to still commence, and people got to vote. Last chance to vote. Adam in control right now, but we've seen comebacks in this tournament. Right now, it's 65-35. Adam is too cool over Jetaholic.
Jet Wagon's always cooking, which it takes. Jet Wagon's even cooking at the game. Jet Wagon hates McDonald's, but he's headed home to cook. It's time once again for Jet Wagon.
Hey Drake, how you doing?
Mr. Chuck Wagon.
I got the jersey in the mail. Thank you very much. And I finally got my frames from Amazon in the mail. So probably next time I call in, I'll be able to show you how everything looks.
The frame Curtis Martin jersey, Chuck Wagon. It's happening.
Exactly. Yes. And actually, I bought two because I had a signed Wayne Corbett jersey when I was my last season as a season ticket holder. he signed it right in front of me, and now I have 2 frame jerseys hanging up. So that'll be
I
cool.
love it, Chuck. I love it.
Yeah, I know Lou B would like a weapon, 2 weapons on offense. I just don't see how, unless they trade back, I don't see us being able to take Love. We got to take Reese. He's gives us the most upside.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's just so many different things they could do. I think a big thing is, do they make a meaningful addition before the draft, and it gives us a better idea of what the depth looks like in that room.
I agree. But anyways, it was great that you were able to do a Saturday show. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for the jersey. I wanted to let you know I got that in the mail. Thank you.
I'm glad you got it, Chuck. You deserve it, man. Thank you. But you don't thank me. Thank our guy Jets Forever #2 for coming through.
Oh yes, thank you, Jets Forever. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chuck Wagon. Check it in. Last chance to enter our raffles. Derek with a super, Sean with a super chat. I misspoke. Jake, remember Geno's first game versus the Bucks? Who won? The Jets won. They won on a Nick Folk game-winning kick. It was a crazy game. Remember the personal foul penalty that Levante David committed? I think he was a rookie that year too. And that put the Jets in field goal range. Nick Folk won. And then that famous, video of Geno going like fanning himself, standing on the bench. What a moment. Derek, the Kansas Jet fans next. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Jake. How we doing today, brother, man?
Derek, I'm fantastic. Let me ask you something.
What's up, brother?
Are you aware you are one of the nicer people that exist in this universe?
I've been hearing that like in the chat. I hear it from a lot of my friends too. I just my mama must have did a pretty good job raising me, I guess.
Are you ever angry, Derek? I know you're a Jet fan, but are you ever
I get angry sometimes, but I try not to like lash out or nothing. I try to keep it pretty. Treat others as you'd like to be treated type stuff. Golden rule.
Well, I'll tell you what. I always see that you're wearing a Jet beanie. So shoot me a message. I want to get your address. I want to send you an Asmaniac beanie that you could rep on future shows as well.
Dude, thanks, Jake. Heck yeah, man. I would love that so much. It's awesome. Very kind of you. I wanted that Beast call kind of threw me off. I did have a couple of topics I wanted to bring up. The Beast call, he definitely made that server's day. I'm telling you that right now. The hell yeah, holy shit. You see the 50-mile-an-hour wind gust yesterday? I'm not going the hell out in that. A little bit. And he's definitely cooking them ribs in the attic too, probably with a side of bacon.
Oh yeah,
if I had to guess.
We'll get that this week on the show. You know what's going.
Yes, I can't wait. I do hope that comes to fruition. And then I want to talk about Adam and Jetaholic. Shout out, man! You guys, the videos are awesome. Same with Thunderlips yesterday. That shit had me actually dead, rolling my ass off laughing in the chat. Good luck on your future endeavors. Jetaholic Adam, no matter who wins, just know the community loves you. And it was a good bout, guys. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about, I was actually very hype about the Nene signing. The Nene, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, but
Kane Wanu, I believe, is the closest we'll get to being maybe close to being correct.
I guarantee you, as soon as Banjo got the news, he definitely got a little bricked up after hearing that. And I, for one, am pretty stoked because I think it's no secret that special teams definitely carried this Jets team last year. And we probably have 0 wins without him. And we could probably be welcoming Fernando Mendoza with open arms. But I'm very excited for Nene. And is Isaiah Williams coming back?
Isaiah Williams, I think the Jets have his rights, I'm pretty sure.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, I could check that. But I think he's technically on their team right now.
Nice. That would be sick. That's definitely going to put some fear in opposing special teams coordinators. And then I wanted to send a shout out to Papa Jet. I'll be voting for you because even if I can't win as Maniac Madness, I can at least win my bracket and try and get that top 3 for some more Jets merch, which is my absolute best. But hell yeah, Jake, thank you so much for the kindness. Shout out to the community. You guys are absolutely A+ humans. All the love. JETS, Jets. Let's go, baby.
Love it, Derek. And by the way, Isaiah Williams is on the Jets roster. They have control over him. Holy hell. Some memberships. Cisco Lopez back for more. And Cisco, I'm going to get over to the post office today and send you your framed Super Bowl III ticket display that you won during our show yesterday. How about 10 more gifted memberships from Cisco? More chances to win signed items coming up shortly. Here are the 10 listeners who got a membership from our pal Cisco. Heath, Ricky Cooch, Jeremy Bramett, NYG Lunatic, 3D Graphs, Pud03, Mothin Evolved 87, Jason P. Eagles, CCHQ, and Dennis Garcia all receiving a gifted membership. I just saw we have another 5 spot that came through. Sean Bennett. Sean, you got to call in again soon, man. We got to hear from you. 5 gifted memberships from Sean to the community.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Here we go. Jetted Out, Ravul Latest, Mike's Gaming, Vitru, and NY27 all receiving a membership from the Sean Bennett.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Lot of memberships flying off the shelves, folks. A lot of memberships. I noticed as I was about to transition to get set for the raffle here, Mr. New York City is on the line. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Max?
Oh man, is Beast Breaker on the line?
He's on the line.
I want to see what Beast is up to with his. Let's see how Beast's drink is at the store. Yo, Beast, how's your drink?
Beast is enjoying some Chick-fil-A.
What is he eating at Chick-fil-A?
Well, did you hear him order his food before?
I want to see. I want Beast to rate the Chick-fil-A out of 10.
Beast, how would you rate your Chick-fil-A?
That's, my friends, is an A- because that buffalo sauce on that chicken was delicious. But next time, I'm gonna remind everybody: don't put pickles on a damn chicken sandwich. That's annoying.
You're a no pickles guy, Beast?
Hell no! I don't care for that shit. Let me just say this. I never liked pickles when I was a kid. I found it rather revolting. I'm not the pickle person. Here's the thing I like: burgers, Gordon Ramsay way, mayonnaise, top and bottom, burger, cheese, bacon, lettuce, chicken sandwich. If you're gonna make a chicken sandwich, start off with the mayonnaise. You'll make sure you have a toasted bun. Chicken on the bottom first. If you want to go mozzarella or you want to go, Swiss or Munster, okay, that's fine. And then lettuce, finalize it. Boom. There you go. That's a sandwich.
So throwing pickles on a sandwich, I don't think pickles are so good, especially on a burger. What's so wrong with it?
It's not my type. It's not my type. Did you forget to clean your ears this morning?
No, Beast.
Did you forget to clean? Well, clean your damn ears out. Get the potatoes out your ears. I do it every time. I do it 3 times a day. You know what you do? You do this. Go get the rubbing alcohol. Put a little in there on the Q-tip, not much, and get all that earwax out of those ears, and you keep your ears damn clean. That's called safety. Learn that shit first. Now I gotta get ready to get out of here because my phone's ready to die almost. It's at 23%. I'm about to punch. Jake, I don't want to do this, but I have to get my phone to charge. So I will see you next time. See you later, alligator.
Don't let go of the rope. What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell do you think you are? I am.
Well, Beast's phone needs to be charged. I might need a new master of raffle ceremony for this weekly raffle coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, some super chats. But first, a gifted membership from Derek, who just had a great call before. He gets another entry in the raffle. I'm currently finalizing the full list of all the names from the past week, and we had a ton this week. A lot of positive vibes. See people like, the negativity is great for your channel. No, it's not. When the Jets do good things, everyone benefits, including this channel. I wanted to prove that, by the way, because this came up on my time hop. This was 3 years ago. I probably had 25,000 subscribers at the time, maybe not even. Just to give everyone an idea on what winning or hope does to a YouTuber or a content creator, or when people say the media just wants to write bad things, it's all BS. 3 years ago, these were the views on my shows. Look at the topics. Rodgers to the Jets is done. Report. Rodgers to Jets latest. 19,000 views on my normal show. 14,000 views on a normal show. I was only doing one show a day then because I was doing 4 hours of radio on ESPN Houston at this time. But look at the thumbnail. Look at the view count. This is when my channel experienced the biggest growth. It's when many of you started watching. When we had hope. Right now, if you're a Jet fan watching, you're probably among the diehards. Because while we're cautiously optimistic about some of the moves they made, it's still Geno Smith and potentially a lame duck coach at quarterback. Tough to really get the casuals to be pumped. The Jet win total is still 5.5. These shows right here, this was when it was insane. 19K. I don't think you guys realize we all want this team to not suck. It's good for everyone. A 9-8 season, Jets sneaking in as the 7th seed. You know what that would do for this channel? One of my friends is CP the Franchise. If you're a Knicks fan, you know about Knicks Fan TV. They gained 25,000 subscribers during the Knicks run to the conference finals last year over the 2 months they were doing live shows. That's what I need. I don't need an AFC championship game appearance. I'd gladly take it. I need the Jets to be 9-8 and make the playoffs. Badly. Real bad. In the worst way. But I just wanted to show that because, again, look at the numbers here. Back-to-back shows. 19,000 and 14,000. And this was just talking about the latest Rodgers reports. It wasn't done at this point. We were getting close to him going on McAfee and saying, my intention is to play, and my intention is to play for the Jets. Man. Crazy times, folks. Crazy times. Rick Kent, he was watching during those days. Rick's been with the channel a long time. He just gifted 5 channel memberships. Here are the 5 people who are channel members thanks to Rick's generosity. LCN325, Maximus Sports Cards, Mark Lizano, Albert Gielan, and Dem95 all receiving a gifted membership. Last chance to vote in Asmaniac Madness. I got time for one more call here before we get to the raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to One Punch Dave Briggs.
He thinks that Gorman needs to get a freaking job. This cowboy hates to see Asmaniacs complain. What they call him, One Punch Brigger. You need to get a job. What they call him, One Punch Brigger. The beast is on his ass. They call him One Punch Brigger. Has anyone seen Dean Mack? They call him One Punch Brigger. He'll only need one.
Hey, what's happening, Jake?
What's up, Dave? Love the bucket hat.
Yeah, what's one of your hats, my friend? I just had to call in. I was doing some studies this morning, but called in. Maybe we get a rumble going. I need some exposure before the real my match comes due. Sean's trashing me in the chat, so if he wants to come on and rumble, he said he'll call later. Come on now, but I had to sort of be cool. I want to blow my wad before the whole deal goes. But Sean, he's calling me names in the chat. You know, calling me old again. He's one of these guys that has no respect. So if he wants to come on for a rumble, come on. Let's go, man. Get the bottle out of your mouth.
What is Sean's problem? Sean, show some respect to the great Dave Brigger.
I got bad volume, Jake, so bad connection today.
Well, Dave, I'll tell you what. If Sean calls in, I'll tell you to call right back if you hear me.
Yeah, well, he's no
right?
nuts. What are you going to do?
I love it. Well, I was unaware he was taking shots at you, Dave.
He's taking shots at me.
For that.
He told me I should have been around something about Frank Sinatra, you know, and I'm getting dust on my jeans. Something about the 60s. Well, I told him he could have lived through it then. If he could have lived through it, he could have driven drunk there because they wouldn't bother him. So keep it up, Sean. He trashed you one time. He didn't want to come on. I remember that. So I'm just looking for a little action before we get into the till my turn comes up and the Asmaniac, roll, whatever you want to call it.
Well, Dave, you're the man. So I
fear no one, my friend. You want to talk trash? Come on in. Call me old. You don't get it. You don't get it, Sean. All right, Jake, have a good day.
Dave,
God bless all.
You're the man, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Brigger.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him One Punch Brigger. The moon landing was free. They call him One Punch Brigger. His claim is not too dirty. Call him One Punch Brigger. He did Johnson's fight his ass. One Punch Brigger. Doesn't only need one.
That is the last person that Sean should want to be beefing with. I'll tell you that much. All right. Dave Briga versus Tommy, OG Jet fan. Opening battle, the 4 versus 13 in the extraordinary region. That region will be next when we get done with the Dangerous Alliance region. Right now, it's time to close voting. This morning, it was Adam is too cool. It was Jedaholic squaring off in the tourney. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time right now to declare an Asmaniac Madness winner. And the winner of this morning's bout is...
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Adam is too cool. 63 to 37. 324 votes that were cast. It is the 5 seed. Adam is too cool, advancing to the round of 32.
As Maniacs, I am very excited to be in this year's madness. I will do you all proud, and you're going to see some sides of me that you haven't quite seen before, because while I am too cool or too basic, there's so much you don't know about me.
Mask on. Light shift. Deep breath. New script.
I will do whatever it takes to win.
We got to sign Adam to our D-line, baby. Let's go. Congrats, Adam. Well done. Well done. Well done. All right. I'm finishing the process of counting all the raffle names because we have 4 signed jet-related prizes that we are going to be raffling away. Derek says, Beast, did you order with no pickles, bud? Yeah, Beast, next time you could order without the pickles on, just so you know. The Dream, Andrew C. says, what does Sean think about me and him squaring off in round 1? That is a great battle. I believe that's in the Gorman region, right? Yep, the 8-9. Sean against Andrew C. The Dream. That's a good one. We got a lot of good first-round battles yet to be played, and I'm very excited about that. All right, folks. I'm almost done counting all the names. We know Beast's phone battery is a little low, so we need someone to step up and be our master of raffle ceremony. There are 2 people currently on hold who have an opportunity right now to audition for the role. Let's see which one we're going to go with.
Can you hear me?
Mad Max, you're one of the options, as is the Chuck Wagon. Hello, Mr. Wagon.
Hello again.
I'm going to go first. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. I'm going to have each of you practice, and then we'll take a quick little sample of the chat to see which one's better. All right? Can we understand?
Sounds good.
All right. So, Mad Max, you could go first. Give us your best toss to the Wheel of Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the Jake Asman Wheel of Champions, it is now time to present the 2026 Wheel of Champions.
All right. Mad Max, thank you. Now let's hear from Mr. Chuck Wagon.
And now it's time for the Jake Asman Wheel of Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, I like the enthusiasm more from the wagon. Chuck, whenever you're ready, for real this time, send us there.
Okay, it is time for the 2026 Jake Asman Wheel of Champion!
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac Raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
That was the most energy we've ever seen from Chuck Wagon, and I loved it. Great job by Mad Max and Chuck Wagon. Appreciate you both stepping up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to award 4 prizes. to great Asmaniac listeners. I'm going to go in reverse order this week. We'll start with prize 1, which is a signed Kevin Mawai jersey. As always, you can only win one prize per weekly raffle. And if you win, you have to email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address, so I can keep track of who won what and get those prizes sent out. So if you win, email me, asmanjake@gmail, your name, your address, and we'll make sure we get your prizes sent to you. So prize 1, it is a signed Kevin Mawai jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck to everyone. One final shuffle of the names. Your winner of prize 1 this week is Janice Jet. Congratulations to Janice. She's one of the OGs. She's awesome. And she's our first winner. All right, reshuffle the names. Ladies and gentlemen, our second prize this week is a Garrett Wilson autographed helmet. Good luck to all. The winner is, let's get the Wheel of Champions back up on the screen. Ray Adams. Congratulations to Ray. Appreciate your super chats during our free agency stream. Ray, you are winner number 2. Email me, asmanjake@gmail.com. All right. We're halfway home, folks. Still have 2 prizes to raffle away. Our next prize is a signed helmet by Hall of Famer Joe Caporoso. It is time to spin the wheel once again. The winner is Ray Winter. How about that? Ray Adams and Ray Winter back to back. Congratulations to our Rays, which means we have one final Asmaniac winner in this week's weekly raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, we spin it one more time for the grand prize. A signed helmet by Broadway Joe Namath. Ladies and gentlemen, our last winner is Cisco. How about that? Cisco Lopez, big time winner. Won a Super Bowl III replica display. And now with that display is the MVP of Super Bowl III, a signed helmet by Broadway Joe. Congratulations to Cisco. He's our final winner. So Cisco wins the Namath helmet. Ray Winter won the Caporoso helmet. Ray Adams won the Garrett Wilson helmet. And Janice Jett won the signed Kevin Mawai jersey. Give it up for our 4 winners this week. Hit the Jet chant for them. Thank you to everyone who entered this week. We got a new set of prizes. I've already announced 2 of those. We'll do the raffle next week on the show, either Friday or back in this time slot on Saturday. Next week, signed Garrett jersey and a signed Curtis Martin jersey are 2 of our prizes already announced for next week. You guys are the best. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to Joe Caporoso from Badlands for coming on at the beginning of the show today. Congrats again to Adam is Too Cool on his Asmaniac Madness victory. No show tomorrow unless there's breaking news. We will resume the Asmaniac Madness tournament Monday morning. It will be Papa, Jet, and Derek, the Jets fan, going at it in the morning. An afternoon stream features Philly Noodles, an Australian Jets fan. So that is what we have to look forward to. Again, congrats to our winners so far. A lot more of the tournament still to come. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. And I'll leave you with a video that I feel needs to be played. Sit back and enjoy it. And as always, let's go Jets.
I wanted to jump up on you, asshole. I wanted to jump up on. I wanted to jump up on you, asshole. I don't want to jump on. She's very attractive. I don't want to talk to people with low
People think I don't want to work, which is not true. I just had a bit of a nap not too long ago, too, so that didn't help.
I love it, dude.
You're talking about how people don't.
You can't say that people think you don't want a job and then say that you came off a real good nap. It's a hard 2 sentences to put together, Charles. It is. You got Jake off the camera.
How do you not see the irony of that, Charles? This is why Charles is the best of the best.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.